Game store. You operate a store that sells and rents video games. You are updating your Excel workbook used to track your business. Click on Task 1 so we can begin. On the New Releases worksheet, navigate to the cell range Newest Titles and delete the contents. Retain all other cells in the worksheet. Click on the New Releases tab. Make sure it's active. Then, because we don't see anything in here that tells us that these are the newest titles, we go up to the name box and we search for newest titles. Newest titles actually highlights the newest titles in the Excel spreadsheet. Because we're wanting to delete them, we can simply hit delete on the keyboard and the data now disappears. Go ahead and mark completed for task 1, and now let's click on task 2. Task 2 says on the New Releases worksheet, adjust the height of the row to 34.5. First thing we want to do is make sure we're on the New Releases tab. Click on row 2, and we have the option of selecting row 2's row height through moving it here. If your hands are not steady and you can't get it to 34.5 or it just doesn't seem like it will work, click on the Home tab, go to the Format button, and select row height. Once you have row height up, type in 34.5 off of the keyboard, click OK, and now you see your row height has increased to 34.5. Go down and mark task 2 completed. Let's move on to task 3. Task 3 says in cell I7 of the New Releases worksheet, so make sure we're on New Releases, click in cell I7. Use a function to calculate the average of the review score. So we want the average of this score, but we only want the average where the system type, that's over here, your system type is actually Y cubed 720. So we want to average it, but we only want to average if the Y cubed 720 system is what's listed over here. That function is actually called an average if function. Go to the Formulas tab, go to More Functions, go to Statistical, and look for average if. Highlight average if selected. The function arguments dialog box pops up. The range that we're looking for is the system range. We're looking for what we're looking for over here, the information of the Y cubed 720. The criteria we're searching for is Y cubed 720. And I believe there's a space in between the Y cubed and the 720. The average range, the range that we actually want to average would be the review score. So what it's going to do is it's going to look in this range of information for the criteria Y cubed 720. If it has that criteria, it's going to come over here, see what the score is, and it's going to average up those scores. And it's going to return our answer here. So our average score where Y cubed 720 is the system is 6.5. Click on Mark Completed. Move on to Task 4. Task 4 says remove the table functionality from pre-orders. Retain the font and cell formatting. So we got to go to the pre-orders tab. Make sure it's the one that's active. Because we're removing the functionality of the table, we must first click on the table in order to get the Table 2's Design tab. You have the Table 2's Design tab. Over to the left, it says Convert to Range. You're looking for Convert to Range. Click on the button and it removes the functionality of the table. Mark Task 4 completed. Now let's move on to Task 5. Task 5 says add a new worksheet named Specials with a tab color blue. So we're going to go to our worksheet. We're going to click on the Add New Worksheet button. We're going to right click on it to rename it. We're going to name it Specials as instructions asked. We're going to click inside the spreadsheet somewhere to get off of the tab. Right click again, and then we're going to go to tab color and we're going to select blue. Click on blue. Mark your task completed. Grade project.